Can you guys hear me?
All right, guys, I'm back.
Welcome back, Jenny.
Welcome back. All right, let's get started. Keep an eye on this FMTO, all right? Let me put it down there. And this Vero also has beautiful rains in it on Vero and FMTO. Keep an eye on those two. Let me put the SPY up here. Put the Tesla. Mm, mm. All right, let's get started. This P8IO is holding it up there. All right, let's get started here. It's all aboard. All right, SPY,
Boop, boop, all aboard.
all aboard. All right, we want to see a push on SPY and break over that resistance here for a more upside move. Next resistance we have would be that 500 spot 80. All right, you want to break over that resistance and push it up there. Mindful of this topping it already did here, all right? So it has right now this trend line flag here. You want to break through, all right? You want to break over the trend line flag here and push it up there on SPY. And that's going to take up your Tesla. Because Tesla and hitting that resistance here, you want to see, damn, Tesla looks a little bit different. Hmm. So let's see if we're going to get a little bit of a pullback on Tesla, flag it, and see if we can make one more push up here on that Tesla, break over that resistance and get it up here at the next resistance area. After that resistance, the next one resistance would be that two, what is that, 234? 234.65. It's all the way up here. Mindful of this topping up here at the 233 area, right? You want to break over that resistance. My resistance is up here. NVIDIA. So what we are looking for actually today is if we can get a pop and then a pull again, all right? That's what we are looking for. Just like yesterday. Let's see if we can get that pop and push it as high as possible. All right, high as possible, and then turn it around and pull and break on the support lines. Okay, so what's your support here on NVIDIA, which is at the 97.23 area? You want to break under and get it down again. Other ones that are pushing here right now would be that coin, your PLTR is pushing. Same kind of setup like everything else. All right. So my next resistance on PLTR would be a little bit higher here. So let's see if we can push it just a little bit higher, come up to that 82.50 area, then turn it around and pull it. That's what we were looking for. Okay. One more push and then pull it. The same thing goes for your coin. Coin coming up to the first resistance here. All right. You have this trend line flag coming down. You want to break over this resistance here for a push up on coin. So definitely keep an eye on, see if you can get one more push and pull it. Coin. Um, so right now Reddit is making a little bit of a push as well. Very choppy Reddit is. MSTR, same kind of thing, making a little bit of a push. Your resistance on the MSTR would be that 2, 4, 7, 85. Apple, another one that's doing exactly the same thing, just like with everything else, made a beautiful double bottom down there on Apple, making a push. So let's see if we can get this one to go a little bit higher. My resistance on Apple would be 176, 176, 32. The one that does not make a move right now is PDD, right? PDD is holding support here on PDD. It's not breaking it under. So right now you are not making a move on it. So what's that support lines? If you can break that support of 90.50 and pull it on PDD, what is Baba doing? Uh, same kind of thing. Same kind of thing set up on Baba as well. Looking a little bit on the heavy. Baidu also gave us a little bit of a pop, but not like anything else we are looking at right now. AMD, nice push on AMD coming up to the first resistance here. So you're coming up to the first resistance point here on AMD. You want to push through. My next resistance would be at 80.35. So a little bit higher is where I have my next resistance point right now. So let's see if we can push over that resistance, come up here, and then see if we can pull things down again. All right. But right now we want to see if we can get a push on the market. We have the FOMC today, so do not expect too much to happen. Things are gonna be on the quiet side until we get those FOMC out of the way. Kendance was talking about other reports that we are waiting as well.
We've got the bond market, Habibi.
Yeah, bond market.
Yeah, the 10-year auction
10,
is at 1.
10-year. Got it.
It's going to be significant because, like, the
Hmm.
bond market is in a sell-off right now
Right.
on the long end. So, yeah,
So yeah, definitely be cautious now with your longs and your shorts with this reports and FOMC coming up. All right. Be very cautious. Does anybody have any other ticker you want us to take a look at? Any other thing? No, Dina, she wants VST. Dina, you in here? I don't know if Dina is in here. Right now, Dina is you're holding this support area. Your next resistance, Dina, would be up here at the 107, 687. That's your next resistance on VST. And ARM hitting resistance here on ARM. Well, this 87 is a resistance point you're hitting on right now. A little bit on the heavy side. We want to see this one break over that resistance and push it up to the next resistance of 89.75. 89.75, your next resistance you want to push through. All right, give it a little bit of a pullback, push through, come up to the next resistance. All right, and then we'll take it from there. We want to see a push, top it off, see if we can pull things. Anybody else? Anything? Any other ticker? Oops. FMTO, bye bye. So we don't need this one anymore. Um, look at APP. It's getting a little bit tired here on APP. So keep an eye on this APP. So APP, Getting a little bit tired here on this resistance point of 240. My next resistance on this APP is a little bit higher, coming in at 244.06. So let's see if it's going to break under your support line, give you that curl on APP and pull it. Right, so you want to break under this support here. And that support is at 233.65. Anybody else anything? Any other ticker you wish to talk about? Property, what time today do they announce details on the tariffs? Oh, does anybody know what time they're going to do that? Has the market bottomed yet? No, 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 no. Kajora, you in here?
Yes, I am.
Can you put my screen up in on YouTube?
Oh, sorry about that. It says it ended. Let me slap it back up there. 1 second, if you please. There you go.
That's his. All right, getting a little bit of a pull. What's your support now? All right. How much time do we have left? Oh, we have plenty of time. Plenty of time. And remember, guys, you can already trade right now. It's not like it's forbidden to trade at this point in time, right? Um, thanks, Kajuna. All right, so I guess nobody else have any other ticker you wish to talk about.
Jandy,
Kajuna, this
Walmart.
Walmart.
They have an investor day today, so probably want to keep a side eye on WMT in case something really noteworthy comes out of that.
What do you want to see on this one, Kajuna? Do you want to take it down?
They report something poorly in their investor meeting today. Yeah, you'll see the probably given the conditions of the market. If it's not really good news, you'll probably see them come down.
Because I think Walmart right now are running for the hills because of those tariffs that are shooting up, and they don't know what kind of pricing they should put on. I mean, we got 110% on China, right? So definitely keep an eye on Walmart, WMT. Gonna break under your support, break it down and pull it. Walmart. Next support you have that you need to break would be this 80 WMT. All right, you want to break under this 80 spot 13 on Walmart. Take it down. I don't think it's only Walmart. I think it's all of them right now. All of them in the same ballpark, park ball, something like that. Um, they have to reprice all their products, right? And what's in the pipeline, what's gonna come, what is the pricings, who's gonna eat it? Who's gonna eat the price again? They're gonna share the burden between, let's say, importers and retailers and people who's gonna buy the stuff, or are they gonna go and say, you know what, let the consumers take the whole burden? Getting a little bit of a pull here on Nvidia and Tesla. So what do you guys think? You guys think that consumers is going to take the burden, or will they eat some of it? APP coming down to the first support. Guys, you can already trade, all right? You don't have to wait for the bell. It's all up to you. Nice pull on APP. PLTR is pulling as well. PDD is trying to break on the support. All right, so let's see if we're gonna push through on the bigger names there, Nvidia, the Teslas and stuff, right? One more push and see if we can top it off and then pull it back down. Any questions, anybody? But expect the computers to be on watts today, all right? The computers is gonna hold the market. So even if we get a pop and a pull, we're gonna get a pop again because they will want to come up and have it on neutral. All right, they will try the neutral as much as they can. At least they will try to. All right, Walmart's coming up to the next resistance here on Walmart. Here we go. Nvidia hitting resistance, doesn't want to push through yet. Tesla is trying. APP still trying to hold on to the support. PHIO and Vero is showing up on the scanner. Getting the push here on Tesla. Slowly coming up to the next resistance. Nvidia is holding it still under. Ding, 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 hitting the next resistance here on Tesla. Now be careful today, all right? Be cautious, take some profit off. Nvidia still not being able to push through. Neither is SPY right now, retesting resistance here on SPY. Doesn't want to push through yet. Apple is coming up, testing resistance as well. Right now, everything is in dilemma.
Out Apple long 95%.
Nice, Kajora. Look at this pull right now of the Nvidia, right? Oops. So I'm saying be careful today. Very cautious. Look at APP, how it's bouncing off support and resistance. Walmart is hitting the next resistance here. Walmart. Definitely having issues breaking over resistance here on Tesla, like everything else is right now.
Vero. Vero.
Vero,
Vero.
nice push. Broke
Hope
over
Dina's a Vero.
resistance. Coming up to the next resistance here, a 1320 on Vero.
Gracias, Habibi.
Prego.
Drop that zero and get trading Vero.
Vero.
Out Tesla short 95% here, hitting what?
Nice, Kajura. Take it down. So let's see if we're going to break on the support now and pull. Pull, 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 pull. The only thing we want that is to get that SPY with us now and just pull the crap out of it. Right? Because right
Easy.
now, SPY is stuck up there. Let me show you this SPY up here. How it's stuck at this resistance area. It doesn't want to give it up. It doesn't want to do anything right now. So
Out
let's see
Tesla
if we're
long
going to get that.
95.
Got it. See if we're going to get that curl you're looking for and pull it. All right. Look how choppy things are, man. Damn. SPY's breaking over resistance here a little bit.
Well, Janie, I think you were right earlier with it being FOMC day plus tariff day. I think there's a lot of reasons to keep things in a range today.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not one of those days that they're going to try to do whatever they can to hold. So we know it's going to be choppy and different kind of day, right? Nice push on Apple. Finally, Tesla broke over resistance here. It was a little bit of a push.
Trump just posted on Truth Social, whatever he calls thing. No need to panic. It's a great time to buy.
I agree with him.
Good one.
100%, right? I mean, think about it, right? Like, but here's the challenge with people is like, oh, the sky is falling, the stocks in my portfolio are down, but oh, I want a discount. I want to buy at a discount. So it's like you can't have both. You know what I mean? Like you've got to accept the stocks in your portfolio, the valuation going down, so that you can buy at a discount.
Right.
I want more. I want like a 30% off sale. Or more. I'll take 50 too. That'd be great.
Now, what's this topping up here on Tesla? All right. This is not my resistance here. This is not my resistance. My resistance is up there, all right? But I need to put this one in there so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
What do you have for MBOT, Habibi?
MBOT.
Yes, MBOT.
MBOT.
What do you have for resistance? Le
Resistance 210. It's
above that.
choppy. It's ugly.
No.
Ugly. It's ugly. Can't dance.
I know, but this is a medical instruments ticker, and they've been running these for some reason, like the sector. I don't know why. So I'm just keeping an eye on it.
257. So I have 238 and 257.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dina. I was calling you and talking to you before you were not in here.
Well, I heard Candace talk about Vero, but I mean, I'm in Vero, but I just killed it on VST. I got like 3 or 4 points.
Oh, nice.
So I was busy with that one.
Okay,
But now
good.
I'm doing Vero.
This is the Vero
Well done.
breakout. It's got to go now.
Well done.
Go, Daddy, go.
Go. Bing, 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 bing. Hit my first target.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, mother. Oh my God. I gotta go. Oh my God.
Second
What
target is
happened?
15 spot 73.
Okay, I gotta go. Oh, shit. How do I turn this by off?
You're so funny.
Nice push on coin, MSTR, Apple.
This is good because I don't want to get caught in a halt with this thing. So, although it would be an upside halt most likely. Beautiful breakout there.
Okay, I can talk to. Oh my God! All of a sudden, it just started freaking out. It was going. I had to get it. Thank you for that one, Candace. I wasn't in it, but I heard you say it, so I got in it real fast. It worked really well.
Now it's gotta hold these levels. I won't be happy if it loses 13 spot 32. If they can flag above it, then I think it's going to 15. What did I say? 15 spot 69, 15 spot 70 as the next spot. I have as my next spot. Then it could just keep going from there. Let me just see something.
Well, you said 1332 is your support or your resistance or whatever.
Yeah, 1332 really should hold. It really should hold. They should, if they want to flag it out here, they can flag it out there. If they drop it below, they need to recapture it immediately. They could do that as a fake out to the sellers. But if it's not a fake out to the sellers and it's for real, then we're going lower probably to like maybe where we broke out from around 12 or so. See how it fleshes out. Sometimes they drop it fast and then they reverse it fast to like catch the sellers offside. So we'll see what happens here. Because now we're below 13 spot 32.
Cool. Okay, good.
Really should not go below like 12, I would say. If it does, that would fake me out. I'd be like, okay, like this is definitely going down. And then if they reverse it to the upside, I'll be like, oh wow. But they could just be back testing the trend line, which is right about here. So they've got to reverse it from here, or else this is no bueno.
Goes to no man's land. No man's land.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind a trend line back test because it's anticipated, but if they just, start losing levels after that, it's no good.
Wait, no. I don't even know where I got out at. Let me see where I got out at. Part of it at 1362, 1388. That's the highest I could get because I didn't realize I was doing it. I was in a little panic there for a minute.
He's no good.
It's no bueno.
Yeah, I missed the beginning of it. It's my son's birthday, so I had to go get him a cake.
Nice. Congratulations. How old is he?
24.
Oh, he's not a kid. 24.
No, he's not. But he loves mint
Cakes.
chocolate chip ice cream cake.
I understand that. Me too.
I was just about to say, so does Jenny.
Yeah, we used to have a bunch of Baskin Robbins around here where we'd always get it, and they're like they've thinned out. So, but
Oh, is that a bakery or what is it?
well, it's Baskin Robbins, yeah, like 31 flavors, like ice cream, and they make really good ice cream cakes.
I do.
Like, yeah.
Nice, 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 nice. Why did you have to mention this now? Why?
Well, that was
Ice
my
cream,
excuse for not being here. I had to
ice
go
cream
get it.
and cake. You're killing him.
I had to go get
Killing
it.
him.
I know I couldn't have planned yesterday. I had to just go get it today. I was like, oh crud, I gotta go get this. So so Trump says, don't worry,
Be
buy
happy.
stocks.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, buy stocks.
How's a 10-year looking? Let me take a quick look here while I'm waiting for Vera to sort itself out.
I don't know.
Oh,
Whenever
you
I hear a politician say something, don't worry. I am.
you worry.
Worried.
Yeah.
Whenever you said, Candace, whenever you talk about the two bald guys, you talk about Nigerian brothers.
What's that?
You talked about them earlier. I heard you. Whenever I was driving, you talked about Nigerian brothers. I mean, you said two bald guys you listened to, and they were talking
No,
about.
no.
Oh,
Vol, VOL, volatility.
oh, I think you said
Vol.
bald guys.
No, vol,
Okay.
volatility guys, volatility traders. They're like a
Oh.
couple of, there's like an ex options market maker who has a vol fund, and then there's another guy who has a vol fund, and they're both extremely intelligent. The one guy, the second guy that has the vol fund, he's a lot younger, but he's very experienced with vol, and he's not the kind of guy that comes out on Twitter very often. So when he does, it's a vol event. You know,
Well, what is
so
his
basically,
name?
Chris Sadi, KRI. I'll write it in the. Hold
Okay,
on a
yeah.
second.
Thank you. Yeah, whenever you
Yeah,
get a chance. Not you don't have to do it right now, but
yeah.
whenever.
Just Vero is in this kind of spot where, like, I feel like it's going to either break out or break down. Yeah, I'll give you his information.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, he's terrific. I actually gave me the confidence to take a long play. Normally, long vol is not a good play because, you know, it's a pop and drop scenario, and people like the professional short vol like all the time. So when you go long volatility, you really need to time it right, because of the decay basically that typically occurs. So he was saying that vol was elevated and remaining elevated. And there's certain things that he looks at for that, looks at to determine that. And so, yeah, it's a good, one of my better trades this year so far. On a 2 times VIX ETF. I love these levered ETFs. This is like, these things
what's
are
the
the
VIX
best
one?
invention ever.
What's the VIX number? What's that one? I don't know the VIX one. Do I know the VIX one?
I don't know if I've mentioned that. I probably haven't mentioned it because it's not typically a good play for the reasons that I just mentioned.
Okay.
So I'd rather people stay away from it unless they really know how volatility moves. Because it's not a typical volatility does not tend to stay elevated. So if you're long volatility ETFs, typically you will get burned, right? It's not a buy and hold play. It's maybe a buy 1-day play because of, you know, a pop in the VIX, right? But we've been elevated now, and like he's kind of talking about another Volmageddon potentially. Like he hasn't said that, but like that's kind of where things are heading, because with every pop that we get in the volatility, the professionals continue to short it. And so if we continue to get a pop and the volatility keeps going up, they're going to be on the wrong side, and they're going to be on the wrong side bigly. So it's not going to work out well for them. And the unwind is going to cause a massive issue in the market. So just watching it.
Okay.
Wow, Vero, it's just like doing nothing right now.
It's
Huh.
thinking, getting ready.
Let's see.
All right, guys, we wanted to push on the market, and then we want to turn
Nvidia,
around and pull. All right.
Nvidia's
So,
going a little bit.
so be careful with your longs. Move your stops up.
There goes Vero.
Vero's getting down there.
Back to the trend line.
I'm out of Nvidia. She wasn't as good as the other two, but she was still good, but not as good. I found it interesting. AMD is doing earnings today, and they weren't supposed to do it until like the 20 something of April. And I wonder if they're just they may have good earnings. Is why they would do it earlier, because
Who?
the stock
Eh,
has
Today?
crashed. AMD, yeah. Let me see. I
AMD.
saw. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I saw where AMD was doing earnings. Well, let me check on it first.
That doesn't sound right.
Um,
I don't see them listed on earnings whispers. Doesn't mean that it's not happening, but
Okay, guys, we got the push. Now we want to see a curl for the downside move. All right.
oh, it's May 6th. Okay, never mind.
oh, May 6th, they're actually pushing it back then.
Mm.
Because they're supposed to report April 29th.
Mm.
Interesting.
So now they're doing it later.
Jot this down. My chart. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder why they would delay it. Is that not a good thing?
That's a timing thing.
If it's ready, just get it out.
It's a strategic timing thing. Interesting. Let's take a look at the 10-year. Oof, 4.37. Right.
Oh, yeah, I think Vero's gone bye-bye.
Yeah.
She's done for a while.
It's a shame I couldn't short that. Couldn't get any shares is what it is.
But you did good going long, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But I would do even better going short. That thing's got a ways to go down, in my opinion. But
what was that NAOV we did yesterday? Let me see if that's
yes, exactly. I was just looking at that and SOBR. NAOV is not very good. I mean, I had a pop, but SOBR might be. Now it's got zero volume. Let's take a look around the horn, see what else is going on.
Around the horn.
Look around the horn. I know you love that, Dina. Take a look around the horn.
Okay, I see his name, Chris.
He's very good. I think I mean, look, volatility is complex. So when these guys tweet about this, can be very like challenging to understand. So if you don't understand any of his tweets, just let me know because it's a whole different animal. But he's very good. He's very, very good. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy.
That's what we need. We need a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy like
You
Jan.
don't. No, you don't. I'm not a good guy.
Don't call him. Don't insult him like that. He's got a rep to protect.
Exactly. What the?
He has an image.
I'm a bad boy.
Uphold.
Bad boy. Bad boys get spankings.
He's got an image to uphold. How's our gold looking? Let's take a look at gold. Oof. All right,
Was it higher?
gold. Silver. Poor silver.
Come on, market, pull now.
Oh, Janny's
Pull.
eating. What are you eating?
Real good.
Eating.
No, I already ate.
You already ate.
He snuck it in.
You look at gold, and I'm gonna look at Bitcoin. See what
Pull,
Bitcoin.
pull.
Oh, Trump says, "Be cool. This is a great time to buy." I didn't hear the "be cool" part.
Something is happening right now. Something is happening. Careful, 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 careful.
Yeah, it's the numbers I mentioned at 10 o'clock. Remember?
Right.
Yep. We've got oil inventories at 10:30.
Got it.
I just got filled. Man, on Tesla, something must have happened. I got filled at 235.40, so something spiked us up real hard there.
Yeah, we had the numbers came out. But good Lord. Wholesale inventories. Let's see what it. Wholesale inventory. Yeah. And then we got crude oil coming out at 10:30. And then we've got at 1 o'clock the 10-year bond auction, which is going to be a big deal because, I mean, it typically is, it can be market moving, but because of the bond market dislocation right now, I think this is going to be really key. And tomorrow we've got the 30-year bond auction. So
what time? How many minutes from now on?
1 p.m. So it's 3 hours from now.
Oh, okay.
Literally like on the dot 3 hours from now. Sure.
Come on, market, pull.
It's not to the target yet, Habibi.
Nah.
Oh, I've got to do something. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, futures is not at my target yet. Not to say that it has to come to my target, but
Vero's making a little flag.
I'm done with Vero.
You're done with her. Well, she's got 51,000 volume. That's better than 600.
I'm surprised with that one though, because yeah, I shouldn't say it really. See what happens. You could do something. But they'd have to do something here.
MSTR is making a double top. That's a ridiculous move on the SPY, huh? Damn, doing absolutely nothing.
I hope the morning pop isn't over. I wanted to keep popping. 30:10. Got like 30 more minutes. A little morning pop.
Yeah. Move your stops if you are long, all right? Anticipate the move.
I want VST to drop. It's already got it to 107. It's gone up like 7 points today, or 8 points.
Anybody have
I
any
hope
questions?
95% of your Tesla short here.
Nice. Come on down. Come on down. Pull, pull, pull. Pull, pull, pull. Come on.
Sorry.
Come on. Break and pull. Break and pull. Come on.
It's a busy day because at 2 o'clock we've got the minutes as well. So
Well, it's definitely different than yesterday. The market is.
Yeah.
Pull, 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 pull.
Yeah, it is. Had a quick pop, and that was it, right? Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big drop.
Yeah, but we had been going up like all night long.
All night long.
All night long. That's the song.
It is.
It's so weird that Jenny is so far away and he knows that song. It just kills me. Like, Jenny, I think you live here and you're just pretending like you're over there.
I told you he
am.
lives down the street from Medina.
Mhm.
You probably
He
passed him every.
could very well. We wouldn't even know it. You would know, but I wouldn't know. Nobody else would know. Jenny's a
You guys-
mystery.
Are you guys taking things down right now, or
International Man of Mystery. Of
Hope
course
so.
we are.
taking down?
Out more Tesla short here. Looking for a little bit of a WAP bounce if we should fall that far.
Got it. Thanks, Kajuna. That's what we were saying. Anticipate the move, right? Break and pull. Break and pull. Nvidia coming down to the first support here.
Oh, yeah, Nvidia's going back down.
All right, we came down to the daily 23 on Tesla. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a rally back up here before further downside continuation.
Come on, break and pull.
Jenny, can you look at VST for a sec?
Sure.
Thanks. Let me see what
Hitting
you got.
resistance. You
Came
hit
down.
resistance on it, right? VST.
Yeah. But I wonder.
So you hit resistance and now you're getting a pullback just like we want on everything right now. So taking care of that SPY, we need to break support on SPY. And right now SPY is trying to hold it up there. And we want to break. Right? So keep an eye on those resistance here you're coming down to. You want to break it. Don't need this one anymore. Break and pull, break and pull. Come on. Right now, NVIDIA is holding that support. Doesn't want to let it go. So we're a little bit stuck here on NVIDIA. Still on the heavy side, though. We want to see that break.
All right, getting out of Tesla long here, 95%. I want to see if we can push back up to the daily 23, which man, we're rocketing up towards 233.11. We get over that on volume, and we can retest the high of the day.
Thanks, Kajura. And they're holding everything up here right now.
Right shoulder on Tesla. See if it works.
Bastards are holding it.
Lost.
Yeah. Come on.
Let's take a look at oil. What's oil doing today? Oof. Well,
Oof.
people should be happy because oil's down. So prices at the gas tank.
Right.
Wow, 62. Nice.
Come on. Pull it. Does anybody have any questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? All right, so we wanted a pull, and that's what we are getting right now. We are not breaking on the support, though, all right? We're just getting a little bit of a pullback.
All right, out 95% of Tesla short here. We did get the pull off the 23. We're now back to the daily 50. So you see the line, using how Janie rates the things or charts things. You see a lot of times we've hit this area and bounced. So I'd be at least protect some of your shorts by covering some here and see if we can pull down the lot or if we continue the trend up into this channel.
Thanks, Juno. Mm, mm. Come on, pull, 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 break and pull.
Up, up, up.
Come on, good girl. Mm, come on, lower. Nvidia breaking under the first support line. Come on. Walmart is coming down to the first support, so it's buy but holding here. Same thing goes for Tesla.
For the pewers, out 95% of your long here, you did get the nice bounce off WAP. Take some profits, lock it in, and have a Mountain Dew.
No breaks. Guys, they're holding it, all right? They're coming down to support and holding for now. Want to break that support here on SPY, and it's come on. And so we got a couple of points on the downside, but what's your support now? If you're shorting, you're moving your stops, you're taking profit, all right? Don't trust anything right now. With all those things, reports that we are waiting for, and the chosen one. Candence, what did you say gold is doing? Nice push. Gold coming over 3,000 right now. Very pretty. Well, definitely the day's different today, guys. So don't expect too much up and down, right? So if you made some money, protect it. Don't give it back now. Dina, you in here?
Yes.
What is your delta
On which one?
on Tesla?
Sorry, 1 second. Turn it on. Turn it on. Uh,
All right, there's your daily
14.3.
23 return on Tesla, and it kicked right back off it. So you got out some of the long and some of the short, like in 20 seconds. Gotta love it, man.
Thanks, Kajura. What did you say?
33%.
33%.
Yeah, on the 1
Do
minute.
you have volume on the
Yeah,
delta?
volume is 14.31 million
On the
buyers
1
and
minute? On the 1 minute?
Yep. Yep. On the 1 minute, it's 14.31 million buyers and 10.27 sellers. The delta's 32.83%.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, so trying to give you guys a little bit more than just rapid trades. Notice with Tesla, you've really got a lot of support and resistance right between the daily 50, which is just above WAP, and the daily 23. It's got a nice little sideways channel going on. All right, now the 95% of your Tesla long, you're back at the 23 on one heck of a candle. So might want to take off about 95% or whatever you're comfortable with and see what we do here. If we kick back down, then we're just maintaining the current channel that we've been in for, man, almost an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One hour and we traded very, very little. The moves have been slow today. I mean, compared to yesterday, that was crazy. crazy, right? Beautiful pop and all day long short. All day long. Yeah.
Out 95% of your Tesla short, it's maintaining the channel. All right, now Tesla long 95%. You're at the top of the trend channel that you've had for almost an hour. Seen a little bit of a pullback here, so we need to see if we can break through here, push through and retest high day, or if we're going to come back down and maintain the channel.
There we go.
Move your stops up on the remaining portion of Tesla, at least if you've been following me.
Candace, you looking at Vero? Going up some.
Moving up, Dina. Vito. No, it's not moving up. It's down there, Dina. Can you hear me, Dina?
Yeah, it's going up for me though. When I got in.
Okay, just all right.
Yeah,
Just
I got to
because.
stop on it. I have a tight stop.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But your resistance is this 120502 somewhere there.
What's the support on?
On Vito,
Yeah.
the support would be. Oh man. This is your support, but look how it went under it and broke above it.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
low
this is
down.
your line of support, and that line is at the 9. If I can wait a minute, this is not straight. So your support would be this line here, and that line is at the 920. 924 is your support,
Okay, thanks.
and your first resistance now would be this 1035.
It just had over 100,000 volume just a minute ago, so
Mhm.
it's getting some volume in it. But now it's not doing anything. Alrighty, I'll just keep watching it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hold the market sideways, really. Just sideways going. Get rid of all these things that we are waiting for.
Yeah, I think so too. It's gonna be a rangy kind of situation here. We'll see. I'm gonna go have some ice cream cake.
Oh, really? You too, Brutos?
Et tu, brute!
Darn, I can't have mine till later. That's not fair.
I love it. You were like something rotten. Was it yesterday? You were like something
Yeah.
rotten in the state of. I'm like
Denmark.
Denmark.
Of course, it's.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you about Othello
What?
that I saw on Broadway? The play Othello.
No, you said you were going to
Yeah.
go there, and
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Mhm.
Denzel
Are you still in the
Washington,
Apple?
Jake Gyllenhaal was incredible.
Nice.
Yeah. Huh.
And
Well,
am I still in the Big Apple? No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing that was interesting. I mean, the play was like over 2 hours, and it was intense. I mean, you know the action from Othello, right? Like it's very like Gyllenhaal played a very manic character, Iago, right? So he was like just on edge the whole time, and like you could see the vein in his neck, like it was like, a really wild. And
About to pop out.
and they were all like the whole cast was amazing. But you know what's really interesting? I thought about this, like it took a while to
Yeah.
get used to the language, right? Because it's English, but it's Shakespearean English. So, and I was like, did people actually speak that way? I mean, did they?
Well,
Or was
back
it
then,
all?
yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean, do you remember when
No, 'cause I wasn't
I was
alive.
saying to you, I was saying to you guys that I learned how to speak English by watching from Fred Astaire to Gary Grant and all those, right?
I thought you were going to say
People were
Shakespeare.
talking differently just
Yeah,
40 years ago, 50 years ago, right?
it's true.
Imagine back then, totally different language.
Yeah, it's true. It's really wild when you
Yeah.
think about it. But yeah, so it was very interesting because it took a while to get acclimated to understanding it, right? But
Mhm,
they did an excellent job through their intonation and acting
mhm.
in bringing the words to life so you can actually understand it, you know, which
Mhm.
was helpful because it's a
You
bit
said it was
much,
long.
you
It
know,
was
like
2 hours. You had plenty of time to figure that out, right?
yeah, and it was and it took a little bit, you know, because it wasn't like they were slowed down in their talking, right? Like the pace was kind of rather quick. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
really wonderful.
Again, because of women.
Tina didn't hear that, did she?
Women. I heard women. What did
Tina's
he
like,
say about women? Huh?
I'll let you handle that, Janny.
No, I
Speak.
said can then saw Othello, and I
No,
said
you said women.
what?
I heard women.
Yeah,
And then Candace said, "Oh boy."
yeah.
Oh,
Because of what do you think Othello is about?
I don't know. Women.
Mm,
Okay, you're not going to reveal. Okay,
mhm.
fine. Fine.
Dina, save it.
Save it. Just save it. Candace, were you
brilliant.
here that day? The save it
Brilliant,
day?
Janny. I was.
Okay.
Very good. Very good, Habibi. Very
Save it.
good. Very good. Gold star. Gold star on
Okay,
that
you
one.
used that appropriately. I'll give you brownie points there.
Mhm.
Was it inappropriately?
It was appropriate. It was very appropriate. I loved it.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
nailed it, pretty much. So funny.
You see, people back then would not say this kind of phrases because it didn't
True.
exist.
This is true.
I mean, I never heard about this save it before Dina told me last week.
My husband would tell me, save it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Mm.
So that's where I got save it from. All my demands, he just says, save it, forget it.
All my
So,
demands. Are you
yeah.
demanding, Dina?
Not really.
Can't
But
imagine that.
he might think so. But,
Okay, wait, let me take a look at something here. How's Spotify doing?
but,
I'll tell you what, boy, this one defies gravity.
but, mercy.
Spot,
Which one?
Spotify, Spot.
But
Here's another one,
The
BJ.
spot, the winner. Winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
It's numb.
ugly.
It's numb
But
to
it's
take.
ugly. What was the other one?
BJ.
DJ.
BJ. I'm not looking at this on the daily chart, or sorry,
DJ.
the intraday chart. I'm looking at this on the daily, right? Where
Ah,
I'm saying,
okay.
okay, let's look at the daily and see, look around the
Right.
horn and see who has relative strength, right?
Right.
In this market, because there's not much. But Spot
Mhm.
is holding up nicely,
Mhm.
and so is
there an
BJ.
ETF for spot?
You know what? Let me see. Hold on a second. I don't think they've created one yet, which
Yeah,
surprises me. Nope,
There
nothing,
is
just Spot.
ETF.
But if you compare that to everything, wait, where's Netflix? Netflix is how to. Okay.
Yeah, Netflix won't get any tariffs, right?
See something.
BJ.
How's Dollar Tree doing? Dollar Tree still down. Dollar General still down. Okay, hold on a second. Dollar General, DG,
BJ.
making a. What are you eating now? Good
Yogurt
Lord.
with fruits.
Good guy.
Okay, DG.
Mhm.
Let's see something. All right, this could be one to long on a pullback. I'm gonna add this to my list. Swings.
Mango, strawberries, and goat. What is it called again? Yogurt.
Oat milk yogurt.
Goat yogurt.
Goat yogurt.
Look what it. I mean, right now, how are you gonna trade this thing, kind of thing, right? What are you gonna trade now? Right?
AEHL. Look at that thing that just came up on your scanner.
AEHL.
Yeah, AEHL.
Boom. I've
Like-
been seeing this couple of times. Nice move. Damn.
Euro. Vero.
ARM is also showing up on the scanner.
Gosh, I haven't
This
even looked at ARM.
How did we
ARM
miss
just
that? I
ARM got
definitely missed that.
slaughtered.
I didn't look at that.
IQ is also
10:30.
IEHL. Beautiful. Very pretty.
Get me some ARM.
What is building materials? AEHL. Why is that moving? Sector.
I don't know.
Are they all moving?
I don't know. It's very pretty.
No.
But yeah, keep an eye on this scanner here, guys.
Well, it just now started hopping, right?
Because things are moving. That's why.
Mhm.
And it's
Altered.
by volume, all right? It's sorted by 1 minute volume. Okay.
Uno momento.
Por favor.
Volumo.
Volumo. Oh my God, Jose just died. It's probably like, what are these people talking about?
Just add an O to it.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to take a break soon to do my
Again.
work. So, gotta do my
You're
work.
only allowed one break, Candace.
Gotta do my work, my other work.
Yeah, I got to work today too. I have a Zoom call at 4.
What's wrong with you people?
I
Yeah.
know.
Work, and no fun.
Save it.
Work, and no play.
I go to the beach for my fun. Surprisingly, it's sunny today. We had a really big rainstorm yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It
Now
was
it's
cold
beautiful.
yesterday morning, I
Oh
think.
man, we had beautiful. Waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, looking at the sunrise. Oh, quiet, peaceful.
At the sea.
Sea. Oh, the smell of the sea. I mean,
Isn't it
the
amazing?
waves.
I know.
I can hear the waves all night. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's fabulous.
no.
Mhm.
Waves are a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Wow, 3 points in AEHL from that breakout. Look at that. Interesting.
All right, you wild and crazy kids out 95% of your Tesla shorters. We're coming back down into that channel and approaching WAP on this significant back-to-back candles down. So lock in your profits, protect your gains, and have a Mountain Dew.
Have a
Yeah.
Mountain Dew.
You're the best. You're the best advertisement for Mountain Dew.
I am often surprised I have not incurred a sponsorship from them as of yet.
As
Don't
am
give
I.
up. Don't give up.
Chase the dream, my friends.
Mhm.
Taste the
I'd really love to see Tesla to 180. This pullback, that's my ultimate. That's where I would buy big or hold
180.
for a swing.
Right, there's your WAP touch. So look for a little bit of a bounce here off it. And if you wrap it on the finger trigger or trigger finger, whatever it is, locking some of those gains off that bounce, which we're getting.
Yep.
Let's see.
Jenny, you'll love this because if this thing doesn't push back up to about the 38, we should crack and go down to about 228.31. You do have a longer term 23. We're just below it at 227.54. We're starting that crack now, so get ready to lock some stuff in.
Lock them in.
Pew, pew.
Well, at least the order book is more orderly. It's looking pretty hairy there for a couple days. Pretty hairy.
Oh, we got a pullback here.
I am hoping that we come down to Monday's lows, but not get it. We'll see.
Oh, big pullback.
All right, there's your 61, your 228.31. So PT hit, you sunk a battleship.
You sunk my battleship.
Something's sinking.
So do me calling these things out help you guys? Do you enjoy it or?
I do.
Yeah.
All right, we got down past what was it, the 61, and like I said, you have a longer term one just below it at, we'll just say roughly 227, 62. So we're getting a little bit of an SCR here. I'd be locking in some gains into it on the long side, that is.
Let's pull.
Out 95% of your SCR long off the PT hits. Need to see if we can get back up to 229.83 on volume. If we can't, we will hit that longer term fit at 227.54. Break through that, look for 226.23 on your FM dial.
I read an interesting couple of tweets last night on Twitter. Some theories that Essent is applying the same playbook that he learned when he was with Soros and he broke the pound. Applying that to the Chinese situation. And I find it interesting because it makes a lot of sense the way they're boxing them in.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about. They're boxing them in, and they're gonna be explosions.
Well, so here's the thing, though, right? You have to understand, like, the administration that we have, the guys that are at the helm now and in this administration have been through all this stuff before, right? So they know the levers to pull. Like, they know that whatever action they take is going to cause a reaction, right? And you know that, I mean, in general, people have been, like, on Twitter and elsewhere, have been talking about, you know, what happens if China dumps all their treasuries, right? And blah, blah, blah. And so, I mean, you know, people are screaming into the ether again, right, on Twitter about, like, oh, you know, China's dumping their treasuries. You don't think that Besant and team have, like, planned for that? I mean, you know, if the retail investor has been talking about it, you know, but people don't even really know how everything works with currencies and geopolitics. You know that Besant and those guys have, right? I mean, this has been something that they've been planning for a while. So they know every counter move that China could make, and they've planned for that. So For example, the largest holder of our treasuries is Japan, right? And so if China dumps treasuries, which I don't think that they can in entirety for a number of reasons I won't go into, but if they dump it, then Japan can step in to pick up some of the slack, right? Now, would it be Japan itself, or would it be Japan backed by our Fed, right? Like, there's a number of theories there, but regardless, there's going to be some entity or entities stepping in to fill that vacuum, right? So it's interesting, but on the flip side, I will have to say, like, if they drive the long bonds higher, I'm really hoping they do, because it's only going to be a temporary dislocation, in which case I will take advantage of that. Because let's say, just for shits and giggles, that like they drive the 10-year to over 5%, right? Maybe even 6%. Let's get crazy. Let's get crazy. Which means that the price of the bond is low, right? And the 6%, so of course, like, the higher the yield goes, the lower the price goes, right? So basically, you'd be buying at a low price and you'd be locking in 6% on your investment, right? Fixed income payments twice a year, backed by the full faith and credit of the US government, right? I mean, like, that's almost a no-brainer to me. To at least take some of my money, put it in there, right?
Yeah,
Because
no,
I've
but
got 6% for 10 years.
yeah, no, but Japan has their own problems right now,
Yes,
right?
but what I'm saying is, it's not necessarily going to just be Japan that is buying. And we are so intertwined with them with the carry trade that, it's like you scratch my back, I scratch yours, right?
Right.
So I think the whole thought that the negotiation might be, look, Japan, we know that you're in trouble, right? We can help you out. We know that a bunch of people have the carry trade going. You need to raise your rates in order to help your economy, but raising those rates means that the carry trade blows up, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's cut a deal here. We'll do this for you. You do this for us, da, 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 right? So I think that's what's going on behind the scenes, has been going on behind the scenes, right? And I think that is one avenue that the US is taking to work around the Chinese situation, right? Um, so it's interesting. I think the other thing is, like, there's a guy that I also was reading some of his stuff on Twitter, and he used to work on a bond desk, and when the Chinese would come in and sell their treasuries, it would offload them like in a sell program over the course of weeks, right? So because they can't actually unload too fast, right? Because then they're going to take the big hit. So they
Right.
can't flood the market the way everybody, oh, they're dumping their treasuries. Well, if they really dumped their treasuries, like, they take a huge hit. So nobody's going to do anything that is too sudden or severe, because it's like us going into the market if we had Buffett's, money. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to like sell, like, 2 million shares of Apple right here on the lit exchange. Like, that's not going to happen, right? Because the price of Apple would plummet. So you selling it means that, like, you'd be getting like a really low price,
Right.
selling. So, they're not going to do that. So it's like, there's not that many avenues for China right now. They are really boxed in. And it's really interesting to see all this play out, because for the first time in a long time, America is asserting its dominance again, in the geopolitical landscape and in the financial geopolitical landscape. Because whatever happens to America, remember, like, as bad as it might get for us, it gets at least 10 times worse, if not more, for any other country in the world.
Yeah.
Right? What's the phrase? Like, you know, America sneezes and everybody else catches a cold around the world. So,
I
like,
thought it was syphilis. Never mind.
hey, tu brute. Syphilis. Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
know. It's if and like you said, if U.S. sneezes, everybody catches a cold. So that's
What
how
do
it
they
is.
say also? We're the cleanest dirty shirt in the hamper.
Mhm.
Right? I mean, there's all kinds of,
Yep.
you get the
Yep.
picture.
Yep.
Because the thing is, like, okay, so China sells a bunch of their treasuries, right? Let's say they sell them all. What are they going to invest in? Like, what are they going to buy? Literally. Like, you know,
Right. Right.
I mean, there's not that much that they can buy that would be a replacement for US Treasury, because we are the safest, no matter what anybody says, we are the safest bet, in a market, even in a dislocated market. We're the safest bet there is. So, it's all very interesting. And I just love when Twitter, like, whenever there's a big thing that goes on, like, everyone on Twitter is an expert. It's like all of a
Right.
sudden everyone's a trade war expert. They're a currency
Yeah.
devaluation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like hilarious, right? And I'm just like, I laugh. I just like, you guys don't think that like Besant and these guys have thought this through? I mean, Besant joined Soros like
Mhm.
right before, I think it was right before 2000, right? Or not right before, but sometime before year 2000, right? So he was instrumental in he ran the London desk for Soros. So he was on the ground in the UK. He knew the UK's weaknesses. He helped Soros exploit them, into the best trade he had ever done in his career. And, then Besant went off when he did go off on his own. I think it was actually around the year 2000, because then he was managing other people's money on his own, and he ended up like taking a huge hit after the tech crash, right, of
Right.
2000. So he's been through it all. Like he knows, and he's the global macro guy. Like he knows how all the pieces and parts intertwine. Like he knows that every true crash starts with usually like a currency crisis,
Mhm.
right? Like whether it's the Asian currency or the Russian ruble, like they all started that way, like the big crashes.
Right.
And it's interesting to like watch him, because his strategies, like he has that playbook, and I'm really wondering if he's using it.
So you're
He's
saying that they're gonna do the same thing like they did with the British pound,
China, yeah. I think
and you
that's their
think, and you
playbook.
think, and you think China is not aware of that?
China may be aware of it, right? I mean, I'm sure they would be, but the thing is, like, what are they going to do? You know?
Well, right now they are increasing their tariffs, so it's tick for tack right now.
Yeah,
But
but
what
this
is
has
the
nothing
way
to do with
out? I have
tariffs,
no
right?
idea.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with tariffs. And oh, by the way, like, Ireland imports more from us than China does.
Right.
So there's really not like a huge hit from the perspective, which is shocking, right? Because of all the people that they have. But China is very insular, right? So, remember, like they're they're not very open to outsiders, right? They're very like, okay, let's support our own industry. They've got a lot of government entities, right? They're nationalized. Communism is still the thing there, right? So
Right.
they're I think the big play here, like on the grand stage, the big play isn't to cripple their economy, which it would, right?
Mhm.
It would be a significant hit to their economy, because if they cut off, I mean, we are clearly by far the largest importer of their goods, right? So if we cut everything off from them, then it will be significant. But I think the bigger play here is that they want to see a they want to see infighting between Xi and the party, right? Because the Communist Party, like the guys that are um running the 'cause China is really like broken up into a bunch of different regions, right? Each of
Right.
these are like led by a dude. And so she came in and he made a lot of plays with regard to getting some of these people out that he thought would be people that didn't agree with his policies and could be an issue for him. And then he actually instituted the policy in which, like, there's no term limits now. Like, he could be
Right.
president for the rest of his life.
Mhm.
And so I think that is something like if they really get hit hard, then there's going to be infighting within the party. And then that might cause, some changes in leadership. Let's just put it that way. So we'll see. See what happens. I find it fascinating though that like all of this is going on because
Yeah, but that exactly is what they want. They want
yeah,
to decapitate the the whatever is in charge and change the regime, right?
yeah, exactly.
That's their plan.
Mhm.
But is it gonna work? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to find out. I find it fascinating that like we are living through these things, that we can watch this in real time.
Yeah. Well, especially if you
Extreme
know what's
parties.
going on and what is being moved and what are they going to try to do, because it's not about anything else that they're saying to you on the news.
Right,
Anything but what they're
right.
telling you on the news.
And look, even even if I mean, as tariffs go forward, right? Like everyone, I think the problem everyone is having is that like everyone is thinking like, "Oh my God, the tariffs," and they're doing the calculation in their head based on the retail price of the goods. And it's not based on retail price. It's based on the customs value of the good. Right? So like, a Nike sneaker that you pay, I don't know, $160 for here, retail,
Right.
comes into this country with a customs value of maybe 15, right? So it's like, you know, the actual hit to Americans in that case would be like, with China would be like maybe like, I don't know, like $7 to
Hmm.
$15, right? I mean, like, okay, so you're gonna, pay 157 or 165, like, you know,
Right.
it's not that big a deal.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then maybe retailers do, kind of eat some of that where they're like, okay, instead of retailing this for 157, I'll retail it for 154, right? And
Hmm.
we'll kind of, meet the customer halfway, right?
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
everybody's freaking out. And I'm like, it's not like, you're going to buy a refrigerator, in the store for like I did, like these $14,000 refrigerators, and that's going to have 100%. Like that's not the way it works. That's
Yeah.
not the basis on which the tariff is applied, right? So anyway,
Mhm.
I find it all very fascinating that like all these tariff experts come out. And I'm like, oh my God, they have no idea.
Yeah, because you hear one expert saying one thing, and then you're hearing the other expert saying totally different.
Everybody's just a bunch of fear mongers, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The sky is
All right. Well,
falling.
on that note about the geopolitical landscape, I'm going to go and do some work, and then I'll come back around 1 o'clock for the bond auction. So I
All
don't
right.
really think anything's going to go on. We're just going to range.
Yeah.
Um,
And look at the computer. I told you you have 4 days
well,
left.
baby, crying out loud. Okay, hold on. I'm going
Yeah.
to do that right now. So you get off my case. Save it.
Just look at it,
Hold on. Let me say,
for the love of God.
love of God. For the love of God, man. So it's €1,000.
And look at it on your side, on US. Don't look at the one what it cost here. I
I
don't know
don't
what it
know.
cost over there.
So let's take a look. Amazon. I don't know if they're going to.
Don't they have a warehouse over